What's everyone saying? It's your boy Simon Explores back again. I'm here today in Brodick on the Isle of Arran. I've literally just come here for a day trip out, and I've got one important question, yeah? What the hell is going on with Caledonian MacBrayne? There's answers somewhere. I'm gonna discuss them. Let's do this. Caledonian MacBrayne, otherwise known as CalMac, is the UK's largest ferry operator, with a fleet of 33 vessels which serve over 50 destinations around the Hebridean and Clyde coast off the west of Scotland. Their routes range from the 410-metre long service from the mainland at Colin to Rubadach on the Isle of Bute, which takes a mere 5 minutes, all the way to the 7-hour journey from Oban to Castle Bay on Barra via Cole and Tiree. CalMac began its days as two separate companies, David MacBrayne Limited and the Caledonian Steam Packet Company, which merged together in 1973 to make the current CalMac we know nowadays. In 1990, the resulting ferry company was essentially nationalised, with the state owning all shares in the company, with it currently being in the hands of the Scottish Government. CalMac is basically everywhere across the west coast, but unfortunately they've been everywhere on the news too. CalMac has found it hard not to find itself in the spotlight, especially for the wrong reasons. A big one recently has been the whole fleet shortage the company has faced, and it's so bad there's a whole Wikipedia page on it, you know? It's called Ferry Fiasco? I'll try to summarize it in a nutshell, and you're gonna have to bear with me. In as small as a nutshell I can get, in 2014, the Scottish Government awarded a £97 million contract for the construction of 2 new Ro-Pax vessels to Ferguson Marine, the last remaining shipbuilder located on the Clyde River in Glasgow. Ferguson Marine had actually been rescued out of administration the year before the award. And at the time there were a number of concerns, including the experience of the company in building boats of this size, and their current finances were a bit suspect to say the least. 2 new ferries, MV Glensannox and the yet-to-be officially named Hull 802, were due to be completed in 2018 and 2022 respectively, but to date, no boat has set sail yet. The vessels are expected to enter service by December 2023 and summer 2024 respectively. A number of reasons for the delay have been put forward, including cash flow problems at Ferguson Marine from 2016, COVID-19 and the lack of staff available during the pandemic, and more recently, including in 2023, numerous design gaps and build errors being discovered, increasing the already lengthy delays to construction. It's not been looking good, bruv, and there's so much more to the chaos. You see, I'm just massively oversimplifying everything, just so I don't sound like a boring cockroach. According to Daily Record, the price of the 2 boats is looking to be more than the cost to build Holyrood, and that price shot up by £300 million. Basically, the discourse is that the drama behind the contracts and the resulting delays have caused a knock-on effect on the rest of CalMac's operations. Much of CalMac's fleet is aging like crazy and has been in need of an increasing level of constant servicing and refurbishment. The oldest boat in the fleet, MV Alfred, has been in service since 1976. She's older than Frank Lampard and Usher, for Pete's sake. But then you have the second oldest, MV Alfred, which normally supports the Ardrossan to Brodick route during the summer and elsewhere in the winter. But as of June 2023, you ain't seeing it in Arran just now. Hold up, I'm gonna save time by shortening boat names because I'm lazy. I don't know why, come on. Boom. Basically, MV Arran is on Isla doing the runs that MV Finlaggan would be doing, but then MV Hebridean is out at the moment due to technical problems which would have been there if MV Arran wasn't there. So MV Lord has had to be redeployed from its runs to Loch Boysdale and out to Hebrides to the mainland. However, those Loch Boysdale to Mallaig sailings have been cancelled fully for a month as there isn't a vessel to cover. So, folk have to travel 2 hours 15 minutes via drive and get to another ferry to get to Castle Bay on Barra to get onto the mainland. It's a mess. CalMac have had to set up numerous public meetings with impacted communities that depend on the ferries to answer their concerns. Now, because all these boats have been moved about, some services haven't even begun for the summer. Because MV Hebridean has been out for a while and MV Arran is covering it, the seasonal Ardrossan to Campbelltown route hasn't started and is only looking to start at the end of July. But then, to probably close the loop, to cover for the lack of MV Arran to Brodick, CalMac have spent £9 million to hire out this bad boy for 9 months. This is MV Alfred,
a catamaran launched in 2017 which is owned by Pentland Ferries, who operate services between St Margaret's Hope on Orkney and Gills Bay on the mainland. CalMac have hired out this sexy thing to support MV Caledonian Isles, providing the extra sailings that MV Alfred would have ran. But then, of course, CalMac luck had to spread to Pentland, because as soon as Alfred came down south, Pentland's remaining vessel, MV Pentalina, ran aground of St Margaret's Hope. Yeah, due to mechanical issues, resulting in no sailings across the water for 5 weeks. Am I gonna jinx another boat issue? At time of recording, Alfred was undergoing trial runs on the Ardrossan to Brodick route to test out the timetable and to see how well it worked with the facilities at each pier. Now, for the summer period, she's been running up to 3 return journeys a day on the route. There have been some issues / concerns / points raised about Alfred running on the route. For example, when I travelled arriving at Brodick, I realised it was a different boarding process to the Cali Isles. We were going through the booty of the vessel. Alfred is also notably smaller than the Cali Isles, reducing the potential capacity of the route, so that means less cars and cargo vehicles are able to cross to the island across a whole day. Whilst on board, amenities are limited, there's no catering facilities, so no CalMac and cheese, and there's no Wi-Fi as well. I sound so negative, but Alfred is a nice boat, even though the layout is quite odd. The ride is smooth and it feels like they've done nothing at all to the interior. It's full of Orkney publicity and information and all sorts. To a day tripper that's spatially and adventurally challenged, they'd probably be a bit confused as to where the boat is taking them. It was interesting to note that there were a number of Pentland Ferry staff at the harbour and on board, out in full force making sure the boat is running alright. Even though CalMac have had to hire out Alfred, they currently have 2 other boats under construction for the Cannacraig to Port Askaig and Port Ellen route on Isla, which are being built out in Turkey and are expected to be delivered from October 2024. Let's hope that construction is all plain sailing. Yay, bands. Besides that, CalMac has recently had a bit of an oops with the rollout of their new ticketing system back at the start of June 2023, with it basically having a bit of a off day with everyone. You know, not as big as the ferry fiasco for sure, but still an oops. You know, I really am sticking it on CalMac here, aren't I? But as a day tripper, I guess it does the job, and it's been very good every time I've travelled with them. It's affordable, it's comfortable, and it's let me explore so many parts of Scotland that I thought I'd never visit. For many communities, these ferries are a lifeline. They're probably sick of us tourists stealing their seats and their boat food, and understandably, the ferry fiasco has not been a very welcome eventuality. Hopefully everything does get better soon, touch wood, because flying across Scotland is expensive, man. Oh, them boats are godsends for people living in Scotland.
We're just getting into Ardrossan Harbour just now. We're actually quite a bit early. If you like the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, comment what you want to see in the future. I'm gonna head back into Glasgow and try to get a seat on this train because it's only 3 cars. I'll see you in the next one with my pizza box and my can of juice. In a bit.